fighting with King Kaka because namwambia hata nyinyi wanaume, you know. I have 2 sons, and I'm very biased when it comes to men. I like thinking every time. I'm also that woman who is like, okay, this is happening to this gender. Then I'm like, what about this other gender? Because as a mom to 2 boys, of course I'm protective. And I'm protective on 2 levels. I don't want my kids to be abused, and I don't want them to be abusers, yeah? But then I remember I had a conversation. Now this you can quote me, yeah? With my ex. That's right. And after we broke up, I remember telling him, hey, Nani, Baba Nani, see, you do this. Why don't you start a safe space for men, yeah? Because we had a conversation, and we had a conversation about what was going on. That time, I don't know, it was so nice. Honey, okay, I know what happened. But when it comes to safe space, yeah, I'll give you an example. For instance, right now, I am already creating a space for my kids, for my 2 boys. I know you're Baba boy and girl, but my 2 boys, I do not know how to raise them as dad, but I raise them as mom. And I raise them Nanawambianga. Okay, if you see anything, and we always repeat this conversation, come and tell me. This is a safe space, yeah? Such that, one day, I have a very feisty 3-year-old. Nika feisty, Janet knows, tulikuwa tumewabeba at the same time, yeah? So one day kakauma, he like aliuma mtu kwa mgongo. Let me tell you, my son was so, we had a conversation and he was very traumatized, I think, by the way I delivered. And to date, every time he comes home, he tells me, I did not bite a girl. Because he knows it's wrong. He's 3. But then, in a way, I was happy. Yeah, but you see, I don't want him to be an abuser. But I was like, I'd rather he's not the one amekuja kunyonyesha ameumwa. Yeah? But also nikomeka mlafiki hapo nikomesukumwa. But you see, if I was not understanding that, it's not fair. All right? But let me come back now to normal spaces. Right now, hata mkitoka hapa. How many times do you guys go to hang out? Let's talk about the hangout kwa club fulani hapa, to the golf course, Dubai, ukiwa your first class. How many times do you have safe conversation as men? Unasema nyewe, mama did this and that to me. Do you have this conversation, really? Do you have a man cave? You talk about football, you talk about money, you talk about cars, you want to talk about everything else apart from the real deal. As women, tushajitetea in terms of what we're doing right now. This is an initiative with women, and we do bring men on board. But I feel like men need to do more for themselves. Right now, I can't start something about gender-based violence for men without men thinking, hey, what do you know? What do you know about us? But if King Kaka did it, if Ian did it, if so-and-so did it, and it starts with you now, because you were asking, how do we start this? We are thinking of solutions. Leo, why don't I challenge you? Creating your WhatsApp group, yeah? Creating a safe space. Talk about your issues. Let more men talk. You don't talk because you've not normalized talking. Am I right? You've not normalized kwenda kwa bar, na yani mnafikiria stress ni Jameson kwa sababu unajua utakunywa, usahau, bado uende home, kama mama kakusumbue tena. You will never tell your boys. Start there so that kesho, if anything happens, your boy ni anakuwa escort. Ukienda police station waambie polisi naanza kukuchekelea. Mnasimama hapo. You see vile tuli stand up for that girl, yeah? Mnasimama hapo unasema, what are you talking about? He's here for justice. If you go 2-3 of you, nani hautawasikiza? Leteni fujo. Start with yourselves. Start now and let's make a difference. And GBB.